The circle of
Circle.
death.
Yeah.
Why? It says it's dropping frames.
Hey, chat room, can you hear us? I
Should be
guess
at
I should check.
118. Okay. And I'm going to put myself on Do Not Disturb. So there should be no sounds.
Yep, it sounds alright. I just heard.
Okay.
Oh, so should be good.
I'm just shutting stuff down on my
Mm-hmm.
end just to make sure. Facebook's off. My cell phone is on
Yep.
mute. So no buzzing, nothing.
Sure. Sure.
Okay, close that. Alright. I'm glad I got the second web cam, you know, because at least now you guys can, now we can do two webcams. Now I can be on this call and stream it.
Yep.
And it was cheap too. It was cheap. It was like $25.
Nice. Well, you can pick them up so cheap. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just crazy nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Well, as he's killing stuff in Outland.
I know. I was like, and then, okay, that's all right. One shot and stuff.
That's my other
Did you watch
Sean?
Sean's
I
video?
have not.
Okay. I won't
not.
say anything then.
Okay. I've been watching Leela Zor or whatever. What's her Leela's one? And
Oh, I need to watch that. Yeah.
every time I watch it, I laugh. It's funny.
Is that okay?
Just because of how she talks and stuff. It's funny.
She was funny. Yeah, I watched a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I need to see Zorts. I need to check
Zorts
out
is
what
up too, yeah.
Zorts is doing.
Okay, we're at 7 o'clock. Do you want to go?
I'm ready.
You want to go? You ready?
Listen's ready?
Listen.
Yep. Lyssan.
Listen. Okay, I'm totally gonna screw it up. Listen. All right. Where
Dance
are we
party.
here?
As he wants to know where the dance party is.
It's in Lissan's garrison. There's Asi. Okay. All
Let's
right.
do it.
Incoming. If I remember how to do this. Hold on here. Where's my instructions so I don't forget? Okay. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty. Pacifist. You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge. And here are your hosts, Stone and Leeta.
Hello and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 16 and today is Saturday, April 30th, 2016. I am your host, Leeta, and joining me is that guy over there with the fingers on the buttons. That would be Stone. Hey, Stone.
There's something funny to be said about that, but hi, how's it going?
Clean tag.
Yeah, we're supposed to be clean here.
Good.
Okay.
I'm going good.
Clean tag.
Yes.
I'm doing well. Yourself? Good?
I'm doing good. I'm awake. That's always positive.
So today, we were supposed to have this person. When was it? I think before Christmas, but just because of just because of days off and all that kind of stuff, we couldn't quite get to it. So here we are. We have with us the king of the firsts. So this guy is the first Iron to hit level 90, the first Iron to hit level 100, the first Petless Hunter Iron to hit level 100, the first level 100 Horde, Horde Iron Man, the first level 100 non-dailies Iron Man, and the first Iron Warrior ever. With us, like, there's so many things there, and I'm pretty sure I got them all, because I know before I haven't. So joining us today is Lyssan. Thanks for coming, man, and I hope I didn't butcher your name, even though I knew I would.
That was good.
Good.
Hello, Leeta. Hello, Stone, and
Hey,
hello,
Lyssan.
everybody.
Thank you
thanks
for
having me
joining
on.
us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
No. We really appreciate you coming to have a chat with us. Oh my gosh, looking at that, when Stone told me all your firsts, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So, first Petless Hunter. Wow. To hit 100. That's amazing. And then your Horde. You also did a Horde toon instead of a Night Elf. That's also amazing. So, No-Dailies.
Yeah.
No-Dailies.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
awesome.
understand, but
I know. So we're going to pick your brain. I
Yep.
think that's probably the best way that we'll say it. So we're going to have a little chat with you right now, because I'm like, I need to find out more about you. So tell us a little bit about you, the player behind all these first toon characters.
Okay, so I'm a software engineer. I live on the East Coast, somewhere between the mountains and the ocean. I am married and have a 6-year-old boy who is fascinated with video games. I think there's some genes that are being passed around. He's currently in a Minecraft phase. He's not playing World of Warcraft yet, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna start. So that's pretty much about me.
Wow, awesome. Well, Minecraft, so is that just on the side? Just a quick question. Is that something that you dabble in, or is WoW your thing?
No, I don't really get Minecraft. It's just building blocks. It's not really challenging. I mean, there may be, but I'm not very familiar with Minecraft. I only play currently 2 games, which are World of Warcraft and Diablo 3. That's pretty much it.
Nice. All right. Okay. So then, how long have you been playing World of Warcraft, and when did you basically start your very first challenge toon?
I started playing World of Warcraft right before Burning Crusade. I think it was the end of 2006, in the fall, a couple of months before Burning Crusade, and I've been playing on and off since then. The challenge, I started making challenge toons in 2012, I think it was, when the challenge was first described on the forums. The movement started then, I think. And since then, I pretty much play only Iron Man variants. I have a main and some alt toons, but I just play them just to make gold. I mean, my main hobby is Iron Man challengers right now.
Okay, all right. So for you, looking at the game at the moment, what challenge are you currently focused on, and why is that?
Are you asking me what I'm playing right now, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, what are you working on at the moment then?
Okay. I was looking at that challenger list, and I saw that there is no shaman yet at the top, and there is no pacifist at the top. So the two current toons that I'm working on is a pacifist that's currently 92, and a shaman, a horde shaman, which is I think 42 right now.
Okay. And what race are you going with? Night Elf again, or?
Well, the shaman is a troll. It's on a horde
Okay.
side, and
Mhm.
the pacifist is a rogue, so it doesn't really have to be night elf. I chose a dwarf just because it has the bonus to archaeology, so it's a dwarf
Oh.
pacifist.
Okay. Right. All right. So, what has been your fondest challenge memory so far?
I have a lot of fun memories. The
Mhm.
fondest one I would say is getting to 90 with Lyssan. I mean, just the feeling that you are the first one to do that in the world, you can say, it's extraordinary. And I remember the second day when I logged in with Lyssan after I reached 90, I was checking my mail and I saw a mail received from somebody that created an alt on my server just to say I did a great job. So that was a great feeling, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. All right. And when you're leveling through zones, do you do you have a usual path of zones that you like to go through, and what routes have been your fastest and most efficient?
I do have some leveling routes
Mm-hmm.
on both Alliance and Horde because I play both sides.
Yep.
The problem with leveling routes is that they apply only when the toon is able to make their way through the route. For instance, a hunter can choose wherever they want to go. When they start the zone, they can finish it and then move to another one.
Yep.
The warrior and most recently the shaman that I'm playing on, they cannot just finish a zone. They start the zone and then they need to go to the same level zone to do quests that they can do, and then come back and finish the zone. So it's like they need to choose which battles they can do, and they need to do a lot of jumping around zones. So
Okay.
there is a leveling idea, but in some cases you just need to improvise. It doesn't work all the time.
Okay. All right.
As far as the best zones for efficiency, I have a couple of zones that
Yep.
I always do them. Like it's Loch Modan for Alliance. That's a zone that at that level is absolutely the best. On the Horde side, I would say Stone Talon Mountains, just because it's streamlined and there is a lot of experience to be gained there. The Alliance side is tricky. I would not recommend it, but Horde side is very good.
Okay.
Badlands is also a zone that I really like, and I always do, just because it's in my calculations is the best experience per difficulty ratio. So just 20 quests or so, and you get 2 or 3 levels. So it's very good in this aspect. And my favorite zone, I would say, this is not efficiency based. It's just like how much I like leveling there is Vashir.
Okay.
Really?
Wow, that's
Yeah, I really like the zone. It's great. I always like going there.
Right. All right. And at what level do you normally try and hit Vashir then?
It's usually after 85.
Okay. Alrighty. So, what I want to know now for you, what has one of your worst or most embarrassing ways that you've died as a challenge toon?
I have a lot of them too, but the ones that I remember most vividly are the high level ones. I have a couple of them. I had a previous PETLESS hunter before the one that I reached 100 with, and I was level 90. And during the Hallows Eve, I was going from town to town and pick up these Hallows baskets or whatever they give you experience. And I was 90, and I didn't realize that at 90 the Blasted Lands zone changes into the new Iron Horde thing, and I was just I set my flight point to the Dreadmaul hold. It was on a Blood Elf, and I was just watching Netflix in the background because I'm on a flight zone. What can happen? And I just heard somebody crying for help. My hunter was just ambushed by about 10 orcs of her level, and I tried to feint that, but I was dead in about 5 seconds. So that was really bad. And the second one was the another Horde rogue at 83. I was trying a quest in Storm Peaks that is known to be bugged, the Drakenskid, where you jump from dragon to dragon and you try to harpoon the mobs, and sometimes your harpoon just misses and the dragon despawns. So I fell down at 83, and there was I had about 10 or 15 seconds to die, so I knew I was gonna die, and I was trying to do something in those 15 seconds. It's really knowing that you're gonna die and having time to think about it. That was really bad.
Yeah. Wow. They're rough ones. Absolutely. All right. So what zone do you think is the most unfriendly for a challenge toon now?
Well, everybody says Hellfire Peninsula, but I don't really agree. I think in my mind, Eastern Plaguelands is the worst, and the reason I say that is that there is a spike at that level. The zones before that and the zones after are about 40% less as mob damage and hit points. So it's really hard, and you have a spike in that area, and the quests are they usually require the help of NPCs, and they're tricky. Hellfire Peninsula, I don't have any problems, but EPL, whenever I get to that level, I try to avoid as much as I can of it. Another one is Red Ridge. Red Ridge Mountains is a bad zone, but the thing with Red Ridge is that there are a lot of other zones at that level, so it's easy to skip. You don't have to do it. EPL is not so easy. There are only 2 zones, 40, 45. The other one is 1,000 Needles, so you can't really choose. You have to go there and do some quests. So that's the problem with EPL.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm having problem with at the moment. So, very, very interesting. Now, what advice would you give anyone wanting to try a challenge toon?
I say that everybody says try a hunter or try a night elf hunter. I think that's not such a good idea to start with a hunter. I think it will teach you some bad habits for this challenge. You rely too much on your pet, and you have a lot of tools that you can use as a hunter. It's not that it's easy, but it's easier than other classes. So my advice would be to start with a class that doesn't have an easy time as the hunter has. Another advice would be to don't start thinking that you're gonna go all the way to 100 in your first try without dying. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna die. Yep. And you need to accept the idea that you're gonna die, and this is a deal breaker. And if you're gonna have problems with this, I don't think the challenge is for you. So you have to be prepared to die.
Mm-hmm. That's really good advice. Okay. Well, thank you. It's good to get to know you a little bit better. And I've got an extra question for you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I've got one too, but you
Okay.
you ask yours first.
We're just, doing it live, going with the flow. So I wanted to know, with all these firsts that you've done, is this really something you just want to push the envelope? Is that what you like about this challenge? Is the fact that you can push trying to do something a bit different from the normal with that?
Yes, it's not the fact that it's different from the norm. It's the fact that it gives me a reason to do something. I mean, playing WoW recently is something that's very easy. It doesn't give me satisfaction. Even the progression is fast. You get gear almost, every day. And this challenge is giving me a reason to push myself and do something. You are right in a sense. It's something different, but yeah.
Okay. Stone, what did you have?
I would love to know how you managed to get up to max level without doing any daily quests. Because that's like, because when you get up to a certain point, like, you kind of need to go back and do those things, right?
Yes, and the reason I tried this with the hunter is that only the hunter can do this. I don't think any other class can do a no-dailies, because I think starting with Outlands, I've done basically all the quests in a zone and all the zones. I mean, I don't think I skipped anything until a Talador or something in Draenor. I've done all the quests.
Okay.
And because other classes have problems with quests, they have to skip them. I don't think they would be able to do it. But a hunter can really do it, even without a pet. Hunter is so strong, so many tools that you can really do all the quests. So I've done a lot of quests, including there are quests that I've never heard until I tried that. In Valley of the Four Winds, there are some quests with your the Tylers had some these guys that you have to gain their acceptance. You become best friends or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when you reach a specific level, you can give them some tiaras and amulets or something, and you gain experience from that. And you don't get it until you are a specific level with them. I've never done those before on a normal toon. So I really try to do anything in a zone just because there was no daily rule.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. All right. That's very interesting. Thank you for sharing that.
Wow.
Stone, any more questions?
What was the biggest challenge, I guess, with having no pet? I mean, yeah, you don't have a pet to tank, but what did you find was that the biggest thing, or did you find did you find something else that was like, I really need to watch out for something else now too, right? Because you don't have this pet.
Yeah. Well, having no pet means that you basically have to kite the mobs, right? Mm-hmm. And luckily, the hunter has. I'm not sure if he's gonna have it in Legion. The concussive shot, which slows them by I think 60% or 50% or so, and you can keep them slowed down, and you can just backpedal and keep shooting them, and that's the technique I use. So the main challenge was to have enough space in my back to be able to kite them until they die, and it's really interesting to try to find a clear path. I'm not sure if you saw the video where I was infiltrating this Naga camp, and I was just going in a straight line, going trying to have all the time space in the back, so I can have space to move. So That was the main challenge, having enough freedom at my back.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, those were the two big things for me.
Okay.
Because it was like, because those two were, those.
They need to
I mean,
be
it's
feats of
huge,
strength.
right?
No
Yes.
questions
seriously.
about the.
Yeah.
No questions about the warrior.
Well, the warrior. See, we knew that it was hard, but
It's not hard. It's very hard. I mean,
yeah,
PETLESS Hunter is like a dream compared to warrior. It doesn't even
Okay.
really.
the same class. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about a little bit about it?
Yeah. Tell us about it.
If you plan accordingly, the main challenge with the warrior is to get to 61, and then from 61 to 71 is just a matter of grinding chests. And after 71, if you reach 71, you're basically home. So it's easy from there on. But the main challenge is to get to 61. If you can do it, I think you can go all the way. So that's with the warrior. That's the idea.
Okay. I think the highest I've got my warrior was about level 15.
Oh, I
So-
beat you!
Yeah.
Beat you!
Yeah.
Beat you! I got him. I got mine to 18, and then I died because of the rare in the lock. That like the big there's a big rare spider, and I realized I didn't think about it. I've only got one heal, and it's only if I killed something first. And I didn't kill something first because I'm there all on my own, and I went to go and attack this thing, and I died.
Yeah, my
So-
advice with the warrior is just ignore all the rares. You
Yeah.
cannot kill them. Just ignore them.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for all
Yeah.
that information. Very, very interesting. I can't wait to see what you do in Legion when
Well-
Legion hits then.
Yeah, so you're working on the shaman right now. So do you think you have enough time? Because I mean, we've got about
4 months.
Well,
Sure, right.
Is it
Yeah.
4 months? Well, yeah, it's more like 3, right?
Wow.
Because we're gonna go a month. Like the patch should come out a month beforehand. If the pass is any rule, right? So we should have a patch end of July, I would think, and then the real stuff comes out end of August, right? So that gives us about 3 months from now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, I guess you should have enough time. That'll be interesting. I know that there's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, you never had a shaman before." Well, I'm going to try it. I'm thinking, and these are people that have never tried it on any class ever, and I'm thinking, be prepared to die and try again, right? So. But I think with you, where are you right now with your tune?
Level 42. I just did a bit of Dust Wallow Marsh, and I'm moving to the other zone on the west side with F. Yes, the name escapes me.
Ferrelas?
Perilous, yes. So that's next.
Okay.
It's a slow going because you don't have any shadow meld or anything like that.
Yeah.
But the killing speed is better than warrior. I mean, it's not that bad.
Okay.
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 Well, very interesting. Thank you very much. So news in the world of War. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the bumper. Oops, I'm bad. Do you want me to do the bumper?
Do the bumper.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, news in the world of Warcraft. Children's Week is coming.
Yeah, so it's going to start Monday, May the 2nd, running through to May the 9th. I have not seen a guide up on WoW wowhead.com yet. But from what I've seen from the guide from last year, was that the quests were all okay as long as you don't break the current rules, and you can basically earn pet care bags and stuff like that. So you can earn like, and my son's going to the washroom if you can hear that. So there's that, and gold. So if you earn, and there's a washroom. So just like, what's that show called back in the day? That was the first show to ever have a toilet flushing on air ever. Archie Bunker was the main character. Oh man. Anyways, so basically,
doing it live, folks.
yes.
Doing it live.
So basically, yeah. If you can earn the pets, you cannot use them to level. So I will put something out once Leah does her stuff. And I would expect something to be out on Sunday or Monday. Man. Mm-hmm. And so that's that.
Okay. That's exciting. I can't wait. Children's Week's always fun. Pristine Server, ? What have I missed?
Okay, so...
Obviously, something.
Okay, this whole thing about the vanilla stuff and how Blizzard is going to sue Neutralias and stuff like that. Blizzard came out with a blue post saying that we were thinking about doing a server called a Pristine Server, where you don't do LFG, you don't get your boosts to level up. Like there's all this stuff, right? And basically, it's their attempt.
Stripping it back.
Yeah, and they were supposed to be meeting with the folks that were running the private server that got closed down. And basically, I've played on a private server that was mine, and it was never open, and I did it so that I can mess around with it to figure out WoW. Okay, and I've never played on one where other people were there because it's not a real server. Yeah. Like it's not legit.
Yeah.
Right? So if Blizzard does go ahead and make something where it's going to be old school, like that thing, honestly, I would kind of prefer the new server way, like the way that we are now, because of all the changes that we've had, because there's lots of stuff that was just a pain in the butt. Yeah. Just a pain in the butt. And
But it's interesting that if they're going to at least consider, I mean, it's not something that interests me, but obviously there is, there are people that that have been doing, playing this other server, and a lot of people, I wouldn't say like Blizzard amount of numbers, but certainly a chunk of people are. So, I mean, it's good that they're thinking about it and going to have a chat with them. I mean, it's not like they've turned around and said, nope, it's gone, too late, tough, tough whatever.
Well, that's what they have said.
Yeah.
For a long time until now. Because they saw that these guys had, at least they claimed that they had about 150,000 subs, but without paying, right? Yeah. The fellow Mike Kern or Mark Kern, I can't remember his name, but his last name is Kern. So he has said that they are going to be meeting with Blizzard in about 2 to 3 weeks. So it'll be neat to see what comes out of that. There was a post on our forum saying, "Would this, this would be really cool for Iron Man." Yeah, I guess so, because then we don't have to worry about flying. We don't have to worry about all these boosts. We don't have to do all this stuff. And as he asks it right here, how many would play on a vanilla server if they had to pay? Lots of people said, yeah, they would pay. I'm gonna pay to play on the current stuff, if they would make me pay more to play on old school, there is no way. I can guarantee you I'm not going to pay more to play the old way. I might roll something if they made it open for anyone that just did a sub, which is fine. Just to be like, yeah, I have a tune, and now I remember why I like the new way still, because the old way, it was very grindy, and I don't like grindy stuff. Like there's grindy, and then there's too much, right?
Yeah. Well, let's ask Lyssan. Is a pristine server, if Blizzard brought in a pristine server that was based purely on vanilla, is that something that you would like to run some challenge tunes through?
I don't think the idea with pristine servers was that they are vanilla based.
Right.
I think they were the same version as we have right now in live, except that all experience buffs are removed. You don't have recruit a friend. You don't have a group finder. So it's gonna be what we play right now without all the things that we don't really use in the challenge. So I would definitely use it as for the challenge. If they make it as a vanilla server, then it's gonna be a different thing, a different game. I'm not even sure how would be able to do the challenge on a vanilla based server.
No.
Well, I mean, so one of the things that I replied to was saying that, we can talk about it, and it's cool to talk about and guess and all this stuff, which is fine, right? But one of my big things is that, if they were to do that, I would really hope that they would make the back end stuff available, because if they can't, then I would never be able to do a vanilla Iron Man version, right? Because I would need to be able to, right? So
right, okay. Gotcha.
So it's really dependent on what Blizzard comes out with, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. So, Interesting.
No, it's not my cup of tea. Honestly, it's not mine. But each to their own. And if that's something that they want to look at, we'll see what happens. I suppose watch this space and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Alrighty. Azzy says that the private server had 30 people
working on it.
Right. Yeah. As opposed to how many does Blizzard have?
Well, we don't know, right? Yeah, we should have an Iron Man only server. I will bring that up at the Blizzard dinner that I'm gonna go to on Thursday night. I will say, hey man.
Yeah,
because you never know, right? Sure, absolutely.
It's a valid, yeah.
Okay, sure, we don't have thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Okay, we've got 16.6 right now over the course of a year and a bit. Okay, but that's still people. Like, I've heard it a lot saying, I would not be playing the game and be paying Blizzard if this wasn't here. So it's probably not worth it, because you don't know how much it costs to put into it and keep up all this stuff, right? So the high level zones would be so dead. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Okay. All right. Site news. Let's go on to site news. Soulbound white gray item.
Okay. So I've in alpha testing, we found that we can't transmog white or gray because they are not soul bound at all. Excuse me. Wow. That's probably the beer. So basically, I've asked Blizzard, can we not make them soul bound and all this stuff, just because then I can get rid of the code that makes exceptions for all this other stuff. Which makes my code a little... It just adds an extra little bit of right, that I don't like. I like things straightforward, and it's cut and dry, 1 or 0. You're either flagged or you're not, right? So basically what I found is that when I was leveling up another character, I enchanted a white weapon. and it became Soulbound. So I'm thinking, so I'm like, okay, well, so then I sent a tweet to Warcraft devs and Watcher dev, which is Ian, asking, can't you apply the same code to transmog? So basically, if you apply a transmog to something that's white or gray, it now becomes soul bound, and just do it like that. If they've got the code kind of already there, I mean, I would think it should be something fairly quick to do. Kind of, right?
Okay.
So they're, hopefully, maybe they haven't seen that and they never knew, because maybe things get, overlooked as they're working on XYZ, right? So maybe I brought something up that maybe they never remembered about, and hopefully we can get some transmog on this stuff, and then I don't have to, and then I can get rid of all my transmog exception stuff, because I kind of want to do that anyways. Because it makes my codes, I don't like it.
Messy.
It does.
You don't like messy code.
No.
That's what it is.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
State of the challenges for this week. What have we got?
Okay, so I did this as we were doing as we begin our thing here, because I forgot to do it, because apparently I had a nap and then I forgot to do it when I woke up. So I hope I didn't miss anybody, and if I did, and if I messed things up, I'm sorry. But we're going to start with the irons. We have Iron J at level 72. Donnie dies at level 75. Iron Tood dies at level 77. Seepa hits level 79. Chen Iron hits level 80. Swagnella dies at level 85. I can't remember if he died or she died like last week or not, and I just kept it in. And if oh, sorry, and the guy's name is Mark Kern. I just saw it on Twitter. Anyway, sorry. Squirrel. I'm squirreling. So Ferritale is level 85, which is fair. Drenevan Beacon, which is never die backwards, is level 92, and Iron Stir is level 95. Dude, I hope I don't jinx you, but you need to get your butt up there, because you're running out of time. For Bloodthirsty, we have Blood Leeta at level 31.
Yeah,
is that you, or is that somebody else?
No,
Are you sure that's you?
Please, that's me. Of course it's me. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
It's me.
All right.
It's a cute little night elf druid. Yeah.
Ash Mortal hits level 32. Thran hits level 33. Soul Nova hits level 34. Bloody Evo hits level 43. Aya Blood hits level 54. And Bloody Katang hits level 58. Pacifist Patuli 5 hits level 36. Urkashirk, it's level 38. I don't know why I find that funny. Urkashirk, it kind of reminds me of Ermagerd and all that kind of stuff. Saranella hits level 39. Passabro 2 dies at level 42. Bowie hits level 46. Flower Child hits level 49. Hatoa hits level 46. Patuli number 4 hits level 65. Tenny hits level 92. I swear, if I butcher her name again, she's gonna kill me. And Bloodless level 92. Well, Azzy's in the chat room, so Azzy hits level 71 as an iron.
Yes.
So he's in the chat room, so it's good. Yeah. So we've got no new level 100s. I did want to kind of mention something where I did send out a couple questions to some of the folks that we thought kind of leveled up a little bit too quickly. One of them I was talking with, and we didn't really quite get on the same page, and then apparently he deleted his character or her character. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. Oh no, actually it was a boy, because on the forums you can select man or woman, and he selected man. So they've deleted their character, so I've left the flag up. I'm not going to remove that character. I want to kind of leave it up there as a reminder that we are going to check. There's no reason to cheat, and if I need to ask you, please do not feel like I'm saying, oh, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. We just want to know if there's some new way that we never figured out before. So there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Patreon.
So
stuff.
Patreon, I want to keep this really quick because I don't want to, so just a big thank you to everyone that has pledged. It doesn't matter if it's $1, 20, 25. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you. If you guys have any thoughts on other things that we could offer, let us know, and we'll try to do it.
Yeah.
We will be doing a supporter page. I'll be adding a supporter page up at the beginning of May, once Patreon does its thing, because I've never done it before. So sorry.
Learning curve, like
yeah.
everything. But thank you guys
Yeah.
for supporting Stone and the website too. That's fantastic. Status of new challenge. What?
Oh, I was gonna remove this.
Yeah, tell me now.
Yeah,
Too late.
sorry.
Tell me.
So we're creating an add-on. Okay, so we're creating an add-on that we have to use for this new thing that we're gonna do. And because bosses start differently in classic raids and newer raids, we're having issues with that and figuring out things. But we are moving ahead. 100% we are. We're just, we want to make sure it's right, because we would hate for it to not work.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. So basically no news. It's happening, but it's not.
Yeah. I kind of had this up there only to be like, hey, remember that thing I said about a month ago? Yeah, we're still trying to do it, so don't worry, we are. We are going to add something new. And it's not going to be quite Iron Man-ish, where, if you, one go and if you're dead, that's it. This is going to be more, it's different. It will still be hard. That's for sure. It will still be hard. Yep. So there's that. Okay. I'm done.
Well, thank you for all the site news. We look forward to everything that's coming. But we'll get on to our weeks in WoW. So, Lyssan, what have you been doing? What's been happening with you this week in World of Warcraft?
As I mentioned before, I was playing 2 of my Iron Man Toons. The pacifist one started more like a side project, and I started playing it before my warrior, so it just I was playing a couple of hours a week or so, and then as I got closer to 100, I just realized I can really go for it. So I played a lot of the pacifist in the last week or so. It's 92 right now, and I'm very close to moving to Draenor, because Pandaria doesn't give me anything anymore. So, and the other one is the Troll Shaman, which I started probably about 10 days ago or so. And she's 42. She's doing really well. So hopefully we'll get further than that with the Shaman too.
Okay. Good luck. That's fantastic. All right. I'm still not brave enough to go pacifist, but
no.
That's awesome.
I've got one, but
level what? 4?
9.
4?
9.
Okay. 9. Wow. You're only at double digits.
Yeah, but I need to get to
That's
20
exciting.
in order for it to really
get
quicker.
Well, Document Fair's coming tonight. and Children's
Oh,
Week.
that's right.
Yeah, so it'll be a good week this week, I think, for some of the challenge dudes. Okay, Stone, what's happening? What have you been up to?
Okay, so BlizzCon tickets happened like last week, right? I wanted to give a little shout out to my buddy Huge Bloke, who lives in your land. And he managed to source a ticket for me through a fellow named the Lodge Viking. And so I was able to get a ticket from them for me, and then I purchased a ticket to the charity thing that I budgeted for. I did. I swear I did. I didn't budget for the graphics card, but I budgeted for the charity thing because I knew this probably will be my last BlizzCon, just with how things are gonna go. So I want to make sure I try to go. I try to go as if it's my last for sure. I went like that last year, and gonna go like that this year, and hopefully if things keep going well, I'll be able to go the year after, but you never know. So I'm still on the hunt for 1 or 2 tickets. If anybody knows anybody that wants to sell them at face value, please let me know. There's one person I know wants to go that has not been able to get a ticket, and the other ticket I actually wouldn't mind to gift it. I wouldn't mind to gift it to someone if they can make it down. Just because that might be the extra little bit that they can't do, and
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
And based on what I went through last year, I would say if you can do it, everybody should go, because it's just such a for me it's really it was really a thing. So if I can gift that, I mean I could probably gift one. If you know somebody that wants to send me a ticket, I will buy it for face value only. I'm not gonna pay more. I will add you to my BlizzCon beer list, guaranteed. But I'm not gonna pay $500 more just because it's just a normal ticket and you want to make some cash off it. Just let me know. You can reach me on Twitter and all that stuff. For actually playing my irons, my level 66 Death Knight died. And
I was trying to figure out what Bob meant.
I didn't want to write it down in the notes because Bob. So remember how Bob was attacking my feet and stuff like that? Okay, well, I was in Nagrand, and I was attacking the water guys that had the fell core, like they're kind of green, right? And I attacked one, and I was doing fine, and I was beginning to, and I aggroed a second one, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna shadow meld, and that was all good. But Bob was on my desk, and where my hand is on my keys, he licked and kind of pushed the finger that hits my A button, and that makes me move. So he made me break the meld, and they both came after me, and I was like, I was dead because I had nothing else. I was done. So I was like,
because the cooldown wouldn't have been on.
Oh no, it was like within 5 seconds.
Yeah. Tops.
So that kind of hurt. I was a little bit miffed, but what are you gonna do? It's Bob.
Yeah. So has that been the highest Death Knight that you've gotten?
66? Yeah. And
Nice,
so I'm working on another one. I've got her up to 56. And I tried to do the Shadow Realm Horseman guy, but I can't do it without getting full armor. So I'm looks like at least I get the feeling that I'm gonna have to grind all the way to 57 which is I'm not looking forward to. Which I didn't have to do on this last one, which I got lucky and I got some green drops and I could sell those for gold, and I could get all my white gear. And then I had my rogue, was messing around in Westfall, just using up rest XP. Went from level 12 to 18, so it's nothing big. I mean, I feel dumb saying all these small stuff when we have Lyssan here, where he's hit max like 6 times, seven, I don't know, you know? And here I am like, oh, yeah, I hit level 66 and he died. And, you know, so, but yeah, the other stuff, I have done other stuff this week, but we're leaving that for the other podcast. So I'm only going to stick to Iron Man stuff.
Yes, exactly. That's what we're trying to do. Just a quick question. Roguestar in the chat room said, "Hey, chat for a minute or two about BlizzCon. Have never been. Why is it good? I don't play other Blizzard games." So just a quick. Why would he want to go? Talk him into it.
For me, Leeta, I thought it was good because, like, I play more WoW, and that's pretty much it. I play a little bit of D3. I play a little bit of Hearthstone, but not a whole lot. Actually, not a lot lately, anyways. And I will be playing Overwatch, but WoW was my thing. And BlizzCon this year was definitely not WoW based, that's for sure. So BlizzCon to me was meeting people that, you know, like around here. I mean, I can talk with you guys, but you're on the other end of a screen, right? People not in real life, but people here, like around me, don't really play WoW. Like, they're like, "Oh, do you play WoW still?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, okay." And there's nothing really there. So when I went to his con, it was like meeting my people. Meeting people. It didn't matter what they were playing. It didn't matter if it was WoW. It didn't matter. They were all gung-ho and, "Oh, yeah, you're blah, blah. And do you play this?" "No," but, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's cool. But, like, have you tried?" I'm like, yeah, we tried this and that. So last year, I never met anybody that was a dink. Never. Not one. Maybe this year will be different, because maybe I've gone through it all, but it's because, like, I've been to cons where, you know, people go there because they like, you know, comic books and stuff, but I've never really felt that bond. And when I went here to BlizzCon, I really felt I'm here with my people, and the people that were there never made me feel differently. So that's why I will always try to go. And even if I never got that's why if I've never got a BlizzCon ticket, I'm still gonna go. Just because of the people that are there. It's very hard to find that group that you can feel like you're part of. But the people at BlizzCon absolutely, definitely made me feel part of their group. And it didn't matter who it was, you know. So
okay, yeah.
So that, I mean, that's why. I mean, if you've ever and I don't even like to go up to people and be like, "Hi, I'm right, nice to meet you." No, I'm not that guy, right? So I needed somebody to help me to bridge that, and you know, but once that did happen, it was all good, right? So even if you're somebody that doesn't like to, you know, reach out, but kind of do, I will help you with that too, because now I feel like I can just go up to and you want to talk with them. And it's not because we do this, it's because I feel like we're all one group.
Yeah.
It's getting heavy a little bit, but it's good, right? So
Yeah.
if
absolutely.
you get a chance, I think everybody should
experience. Go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's something that people want to do, absolutely.
Yeah.
Give it a go. I think everyone should try it once.
And one thing I want to say is, if you cannot afford to go, that's okay. Don't feel bad. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because you can't go because you can't afford it. It's okay. One day, hopefully, you will, and then you'll be there with us all. It's just because there's some people I talk to online that I want to make sure they want to go, right? But they can't because they don't have enough cash, and it sucks. It sucks. But that's okay because you don't want to lose your house. You don't want to lose your car and all that stuff just because you went to this thing. I don't think it's worth it for that. But if you can afford it, do it once in your life. At least once.
Yeah. And as he says, and also get the con cred.
Oh, the con cred. There's tricks around that, which we can talk about as we get closer to BlizzCon.
Nice. All right.
So what have you been up to, Leeta?
What have I been up to? I've actually been playing... Oh, I did play my Bloodthirsty, which I got from level 30 to 31. And that was a whole level. When I hit level 30, I was just into level 30, and I grinded out 31. And I must admit that I am so freaking bored with just killing stuff. It's hit the... Oh, my God.
It's not a fun challenge,
it an iron now. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll see how it goes. She's taken a lot more damage. I played around between going into bear, into cat, into just standing there and throwing moonfire and wrath, and she took far too much damage as just standing there doing the DPS. Cat is a little bit better than bear, but bear you don't really have anything to kill them, so you can kind of stand there and just be like, swipe and just stand there and wait, whereas cat at least has like 2 or 3, so you can kill them a bit faster, but I seem to take a bit more damage quicker. Okay. So yeah, I've got her down in Cape of Stranglethorn somewhere around there, killing mobs that are around about 3-4 levels. Like they're sort of border on green and yellow, so it's I'm not trying to push the envelope too much. But yeah. But I have been playing my Iron. So I was level 28 last week. She's level 43.
Wow.
I'm getting there.
Wow.
So I've just pushed her. I've just kept going. I took her through Dustwood down into Northern Stranglethorn. I remembered to go get my crossbow at 29. That was very exciting. Went back to Stormwind, got my crossbow, and then I got my new gear at 32. And I got a gorilla, which I called George the gorilla. I did all of the Cape of Stranglethorn quests, even the stupid pirate ones in Booty Bay, which was a little bit worrying when Booty Bay's on fire, and I was like, oh, I forgot about this. So I got through it. That was fine. And then from Booty Bay, I got a quest to go to Anderhol, and I was like, sweet. So I did all of Western Plaguelands, which was fun. I quite like Western Plaguelands. Okay. Then I headed into Eastern Plaguelands, and Lyssan, I must say, I hate Eastern Plaguelands. I was like, these things are just so nasty. So I just went, no, bugger this. I'm going to go somewhere else. Because the mobs were like, I got my ball back out. So I got bacon. That's my ball. And I found that they kept freezing and silencing and fearing my pets, and they were a lot tougher than. So I thought, well, I'm going over to Dust Wallow, and I headed over to Dust Wallow, and then I went into Thousand Needles, and I went down to Tanaris only. So I've just got the flight path, and I wanted to put her somewhere because I hate being on that barge in Thousand Needles at the Goblin Gnome place, because it always freaks me out because you've got red NPCs, and I'm like, no, I think I'll just run down to Tanaris and I'll just stay in there. So I'm thinking I might actually go back to Dust Wallow and do the quests from what's the little goblin one? That one down that little point.
Gadgetzan?
No, in Dust Wallow. You know
Dust
the
Wallow? Oh man.
The one that's down the bottom left-hand side in Dust Wallow. Anyway, so just near where Anixia's lair is and all that. So I think I might go back and do that and get another level or two, and then go back into Thousand Needles. So I'll see how it goes. But it's just been. It's kind of like I'm just in the zone. It's really, I'm really just focusing on questing, and there's some nights and I'm like going ding, 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 and I'm like going, oh my gosh, wow, I've put on 4 levels tonight, which I don't think I'm a
Sprocket. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I don't think I am a fast leveler at all. I know I'm not, because I normally like to I normally get sidetracked and go off doing pretty much. So I've just been focusing on what I've been doing and just trying to hit it. So she's 43, and at the moment she's in Tanaris, so we'll take her back and I'll see where I can get this week. I went and got a turtle though when I was running through Dust Wallow. I went and got one of those. It's like a pink and green turtle. They're along the beach as you run from Theramore up to Ratchet. Okay. So they kind of got this like light pink shell with bits of like this cute little green in. So I called my turtle Speedy. So at the moment I've got Speedy. And so between Speedy, George, and Bacon, I think I'm covered with my pets at the moment, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, which has been a lot of fun. It's obsessing. I have to admit, I am starting to dream about them. That's kind of fun or bad.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, I haven't been dreaming deaths. I've been dreaming about like just wandering and exploring. So I'm hoping that's a good thing. And I figured I'd talk about it here because it was easier than talking about it down the track. But Stone and I have got a new show out which we just started called Adventures in Azeroth.
Who?
And you. So we're doing another show where Stone and I talk about basically everything that's kind of not WoW challenges.
Yeah. And
we have a topic, and the topic this week we were doing Scarlet Enclave, which is Stone's favorite place. And we're going to be talking about mine next time, which is Tirisfal Glades. So check it out. It's at Adventures in Azeroth. Is on iTunes. We just got approved for that last night, which is very exciting.
Yep.
Okay, Chit Chat. I'm still talking. Why am I still talking?
I don't know.
So it's purple. That's why. It's purple. Purple means it's Leeta.
I could make the whole thing purple if you want.
No. don't make the whole thing purple. Chit Chat. So this is where you can ask us anything, questions about the challenges, share your tips and tricks, or warn everyone about potential disastrous areas, quests, etc. So we've got one from the forums, which was from Pedro Lucas. Says, wrapping up Northrend with my chain iron monk. Manual of heavy frostweave bandage dropped, but it's a green item. It's non-flaggable, right? I'm already with one elixir consumed, a Hearn's elixir, so I kind of entered the paranoid don't click anything state.
So, it should be okay, because it's just going to teach you heavy frostweave to craft it, right? So it's no big deal, and you can do first aid, so you're okay, right? I think I'm typing as I go because I just found something I wanted to talk about. So okay. But yeah, I would think, yeah, it's fine. It's it's green, and sure, for a person that doesn't really know, yeah, if you see something green, you're like, no, but it's fine, because you're allowed to do first aid, and that will teach you heavy frostweave bandage, which is okay. So
okay.
And I added a new thing. Would you mind reading that? I thought it was interesting, and I forgot to add it in. I'm just being a derp right now.
Yeah. That'd be right. Honestly, I get all the show notes nice and pretty, people. And then Stone comes along and wrecks them. No, I'm kidding. All right. I've got to have a dig at you somehow. All right. So, Fair?
Yep.
Did I get it right? Okay.
Yep.
Fair from the forums said, I had a very scary experience tonight. I wanted to take my 85 Rogue Alliance over to Pandaria, just to get the maximum XP on the intro chain, not to quest there at that level. When I took the Gyro Chopper quest Unleash Hell, I never got a vehicle bar. There was a button for leave vehicle, which I was afraid to use, thinking it would drop me on top of the Horde base, but no vehicle action bar. So I couldn't fire at anything, and it doesn't return you to the gunship. You keep circling endlessly. Her thing was disabled. Several people, both in the Iron Guild and other Battle.net friends, got on their normals to try to figure out what to do. Hard to find Toons who hadn't been to Pandaria but were old enough to go there. I figured the most conservative choice would be to hit /reload UI. That took forever and brought me back to the Gyro Chopper screen, but then disconnected me. Meanwhile, a friend tested it and found that the leave vehicle button took them back to the gunship, but logging out dropped them, probably to their death. So I was pretty worried. But I was able to log back in, and oh my god, my rogue was standing on the gunship, alive. I did the pacifist trick and just perthed out, knowing the portal would now be open when I want to come back to Pandaria. Too much adventure for one night. I didn't actually do that yet. Just be aware of the potential for that glitch. I've done that quest numerous times, including on my irons, without any difficulty, so I don't know if this was new or intermittent or what. At least my rogue lived to tell about it. Wow.
Can you imagine that?
That's...
This. And have you had times where you've died due to DC? Or was it your character that got help from Blizzard, and then they gave you a whole bunch of greens, or was that someone else?
No, it was me, but it was not disconnected.
Okay.
There's a quest in Vajir that you need to pass beyond an invisible wall, and that quest always bugs for me. My regular characters don't have any problems. When I go with an Iron Man toon, I always got stuck in that quest, and I asked the GM to help me, and when I came back and I logged in, my toon was all dressed in green gear.
Oh no!
And the guy said, I know it's not too much, but I hope it's going to help you in your future adventures. I almost had a heart attack at that point.
Oh no!
Well, the way that it would happen now is that he would have been flagged and I could not have changed it, right?
Yep.
So even though they're trying to be
Yeah.
helpful,
Yeah, but the rule was there was no rule about green gear, and that's
No.
the reason I continued. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
would just delete it and started from
Yeah.
scratch.
Oh, my heart just jumped like a million times when you just said that. Oh my gosh, that would
yeah,
would
you're
have-
back on and you're like, why do I have green gear?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Thanks, Blizzard, but
Thanks, Blizz.
thanks for trying to help.
Yeah.
But-
Thanks for flagging me. Wow, that's amazing. But this I've never
Yeah, I've never seen this glitch
had that
before.
with this one. That's
Yeah, I have to say I didn't see this one, but on my Horde Hunter, I have to say all the intros in the zones past Kata are bugged. So there is the intro to Twilight Highlands. When
Yep.
you go on the airship and you're stuck there, there is nobody around you and you cannot do anything. You can just you can teleport home, but you cannot continue. There is no NPC to interact with. So, and there are a lot of bugs like this. I haven't seen so many on Alliance side, so this
Okay.
is new for me too.
Okay.
okay.
Oh man.
Interesting. Alrighty, chat room. Now there was a couple of things I had to ask you about, Stone. Let me.
Well, there's one thing I threw in there.
Yeah.
Copy and
Okay, you
pasted.
can do that one. Let me go back and just find. There was something else I wanted to ask you from earlier.
So you go look for that one. So
I'll
Roguester was saying that a new Iron player giving it a try just died at 15 in Blood Mist. Weekends are busy for the Guild Coroner, which I've heard that. Yeah, I mean people die a lot on the weekends, right? Beer. And, well, just more people playing. But I'll just say it's beer.
Yeah. R.I.P. Okay, Azzy had a question for Lyssan. When we were talking about the warrior, sorry, I thought I'd leave it till Chit Chat. He said, surely there is more of a warrior strat than just get to 61. So he was just asking about the with leveling your warrior.
Well, of course there is more than that. I was just saying that the road to 61 is much harder than from 61 forward. But there is a lot of stuff that you need to take care of. For instance, you need to be at least 7 or 8 levels greater than the mobs that you fight with. You need to switch zones a lot. If you're half HP and the mob doesn't look like he's dying very fast, you just run or shadow melt. So there's a lot of things with warrior that you have to there is a reason why there is no warrior at higher levels. What I was talking about is just that the first part is harder than the second part with the warrior.
Okay. All right. I really like your screen at the moment sitting out front of your garrison. That looks really cool. That shot looks really nice, really pretty too. Yeah.
And,
Very cute.
And is that your priest?
Yeah, that's my priest.
Nice.
So you've hit iron on that character twice? Right?
Yes, 90 and 100.
Wow. And
Awesome.
first both times, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And hopefully first at 110.
Yeah. I was gonna say
it's
you're gonna
gonna
take
be
your priest first.
What do you think?
I was thinking that maybe the hunter would be easier, but I'm still gonna go with the priest.
Okay. All right.
Have you had any chance to do any alpha testing at all, or no?
No, I'm not. I'm not in alpha now.
Okay.
I would really like to try some testing, but I'll have to wait until maybe beta.
If I could give you my account, I would, but I think they would frown on that. Well, no, I mean, because I would like to see.
Yeah, someone test it.
Yeah,
like
right, because
Lyssan's level. Yeah,
I can't play just with regular, like just with the normal Blizzard stuff. I need all my stuff. I need the screen to look a certain way, and all that too, and playing with the blood DK because it was at level, I got my butt kicked. So it was, but I don't think it was a really good test, and so it's going to be interesting to see what it's like. And I really would have liked to see somebody that's been around, like you guys, right? So just to see how you guys go through it. I think Iron Egg from the forums, and I'm pretty sure I keep screwing up her name. I believe she has alpha testing and has been doing alpha testing. And she was saying that the mobs at the intro quest do not scale, so that's a good sign. So it's like, I think that the mobs only in the Legion zones will move up, right, to 102, 103, depending on what you are at. So so we've got one.
That means that the intro is going to be doable around 96 or so, as Draenor was. I mean, we're going to sit in Draenor for a while, and probably just the intro. If the mobs scale with us, which it seems to be the case, we're not going to be able to do much stuff in Legion.
Yep. Yeah. I think. Okay. Yeah, I think there's going to be. You guys that have been around for a while are going to figure out your way to do it, and everyone else is going to be like, how the hell did they do it?
Killing boars.
Killing boars.
Killing boars.
Oh, on Lyssan, I still have about 2 zones basically untouched in Draenor. So
that's good.
There's still plenty of stuff. 3 zones, actually. I haven't counted the Tanan jungle. So, yeah, there is still a lot to do.
That'll be interesting. Yeah. That's a good amount of XP there. Okay. I can talk about this forever. So.
Yeah. I know. We know, but we need to wrap it up.
Okay. So there's nothing else from the chat room?
Nothing else for the chat room that I can see. That looks like it.
Okay, cool. All right. So our next show will be Saturday, May the 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, which is Sunday, May the 8th at 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Time, which is also 12 a.m. Central European Time. And we will be joined by a person that's been with us a couple times. Rogueslayer will be coming on to share with us what's been up with her over the last few months, because it's been, I think, since January or even before Christmas, maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So we're just going to get her on because she does play her irons a lot. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, Lyssan, for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
So much. I learned a lot from you today.
Yeah.
But can you tell everyone where they can find you and get in contact with you, please?
Sure. First, thank you guys for having me. It was a pleasure to be here. If you want to contact me for anything, my email is lyssanwow@gmail.com. That's in lyssanwow@gmail.com. Twitter, I have at lyssanwow. If you like gameplay without audio commentary, I got you covered. You can go to twitch.tv/lyssanwow. I have a lot of my Shaman gameplay, and I started yesterday a bit of Diablo 3 hardcore. The new season started yesterday, so I'm gonna be streaming that as well. And of course there is my YouTube channel. That's WoW Iron Man Lyssan. all of the videos are uploaded there in playlists, so you can go and take a look and critique my gameplay.
Do we have all your playlists up on the website? I think I've got one or two.
I know you have a couple of them. I just created yesterday the one with the shaman.
Okay.
I have about 20 or 25 videos in there, so I'm gonna keep adding as long as I play it.
Okay, I will add that one up then. Okay.
Excellent.
Cool.
All right. Okay, now where people can find us. Sorry, I was looking up YouTube to find you. The WoW Challenges website is at wowchallenges.com. You can contact the show by email, which is podcast@wowchallenges.com. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/wowchallenges, and on YouTube at youtube.com/wowchallenges1. That's the number 1. And remember, come catch us live every week at twitch.tv/wowchallenges.
Yeah, my turn. You can find me on Twitter. And here I was laughing because you messed up. You can find me on Twitter at wowchallenges, or on two other podcasts, Adventures in Azeroth, which is with myself and Leeta, talking about stuff in WoW that is not Iron related, and the podcast The Richter Scale, where we talk about Blizzard news overall.
Excellent. And you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Leeta WoW. That's LEETAWOW. And I am also on Adventures in Azeroth with Stone, but I also do Behind the Avatar and Geektopia shows as well. So first off, just say thank you again to Mark Conan. We love our intro. It is super awesome. And it's my favorite thing. So thank you, Mark Conan. Anyone wants to contact Mark Conan, he's on Twitter at Mark Conan Wow. And he is part of Torrent Think Tank, which you can contact him there.
So that's it.
That's pretty much it.
All right. So now we can say our goodbyes, and hopefully the outro won't take 500 hours to load. And while I sit here, because I can't see you guys. Anyways, thanks for listening, and talk to you guys next time. Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys. The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Stone and Leeta. Copyright 2016 wowchallenges.com. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find more of his great stuff at incomnitech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
Again. Why did that happen again?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Maybe I need to check the font. Yeah.
No, but when I go play it, it plays fine.
It plays fine.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, before I call our guest on, I'm going to play the whole thing through. And just see what happens.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay.
So
but thank you, chat room. Thank you, Lyssan. I love that dress. What's that dress that your priest is wearing? It's very cute.
Let me check.
It's really, really cute.
It's silver dress robes.
Okay.
I didn't level in this dress. I usually had the regular cloth white equipment, and this was just after I got to 90 and then 100. I just put this dress on just to look different.
No, it's really cute. It's very, very pretty. I like it. All right.
Showtime.
Well, thank you again so much. We really appreciate you coming to have a chat with us.
Thanks for having me, guys.
And I just found your.
So did you see? Like, I had my hands up to show I wasn't going to touch the keyboard, right? and then
Yep.
it did the thing. So it wasn't me. Like, I didn't do anything.
I know it's not you. But maybe it's the file. Maybe there's something.
No.
Maybe we need to do a new one.
There's something going on here. I'll
We'll have
figure
to
it out.
see.
It's going to drive me crazy
It's
now.
Bob. It's
Bob is with
Damn
Carrie,
it.
right? Is Bob
okay.
over there with you? Yeah, see, Bob's over with Carrie right now. Because otherwise, Bob would be on my feet.
Yeah.
Trying to lick my feet. Ugh.
Yeah, that's just...
Okay, do we have a show title? King of the First.
Show title. Lyssan, what do you reckon? Anything that sticks out to you that you'd like to go with?
Um,
King of the First.
Yeah, King of the First. You can put that. I don't really think of myself as the king of anything, but
But
it
yeah, I
sounds good,
I know. Yeah, I know that you
sounds
won't pick
good.
it, but that's why I
Yeah.
put it down as like, because when I looked at it, I'm like, holy crud, like holy moly, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've certainly done some very impressive stuff. So, thank you.
Huge.
Yeah, we can definitely go with that.
Okay.
Right,
what time
and
is
I
it?
found your
8:30.
YouTube
It's
channel,
only
so
8:30.
awesome. And I'm
It's
just
only
doing show
8:30.
notes now.
Imagine that.
Thanks, chat room.
I listen to videos now.
Sarika, we're not off the air yet, Carrie. She's like, can I listen to stuff? No, because we're off the podcast part, but we're still recording. Anyways. All right. See you guys next time. I'm going to go off the air and stop recording. See you next week. Okay, bye.